Hello people, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, you're highly welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. So today we are making Abacha, also known as African salad. But trust me, this is not the usual method that you know. This one is rich, it is flavorful, and it is very satisfying. So please relax, watch carefully, and let's cook together. So I started by adding some dry abacha in a bowl. There are two types of abacha, the wet one and the dry one. But for this recipe, we're using the dry version. Now let me give you an important tip here. Do not soak your abacha or leave it for too long. Do not soak it and travel. No. Don't soak it and forget. Just soak it in water and immediately take it out. The reason is simple. If you leave it in water for too long, it will become too soft and soggy, and you know we don't want that. So once you have washed it properly, transfer it into a sieve and allow the excess water to drain out. While this is draining, you will notice something interesting. The abacha will start getting softer and softer and softer and it will visibly increase in size. That's exactly what we want. Now let's move over to the fish. I'm using ice fish for this recipe. I seasoned the fish with some curry powder, some thyme, some seasoning cubes and salt. I mixed everything very well and I set it aside to marinate for just a few minutes. Nothing too long, we just want the seasoning to enter very well, you know. So after that, I fried the fish in hot seasoning oil until it was golden and crispy. Please don't overcrowd your pan so that the fish can fry properly, okay? Now, while the fish is frying, let's prepare the heart of this abacha. That is the flavor base. In a dry pot, yes, no oil at all, I added some dry pepper, some uziza seed, and some ehuri seeds. I stirred everything together and allowed it to toast slightly. This step is very important because toasting brings out the aroma and deepens the flavor. After that, I added some crayfish and I continued to stir. Once everything has toasted for about a minute, I added some seasoning cubes and a little salt. Now, the reason for adding seasoning at this stage is because this abacha is not cooked on fire. Everything is done off the cooker, and this is the little heat that helps the seasoning blend properly. When everything is nicely toasted, I transferred it into a blender and I blended it until it was very smooth. And once blended, I set it aside. Now it's time for the ingo. If you don't have ingo, you can use akang, but honestly, ingo is the best. I added some water to the ingo and sieved it properly to remove the chaff. Is it chaff or chaff? Anyway, let's continue. We only want the smooth liquid, okay? Then you're going to get your bowl or a large pot. In this case, I'm using a large pan. And then I'm going to add some palm oil and some of the sieved ungo. You will notice that once you stir it, the ungo will begin to thicken the palm oil. Keep stirring until everything comes together smoothly. At this point, I added the blended pepper and the crayfish mixture that we blended earlier, you remember, right? Now I added it into the palm oil and I mixed it very well. I mixed them very well to fully combine. Now the next thing we're adding is some ogiri. Now ogiri is completely optional, okay? If you like it, add it. And if you don't like it, feel free to skip it, okay? There's no problem at all. Now I tasted the mixture and realized it needed a bit more of the blended spices. So I added some more and I stirred it again. Remember that everything is already inside. The sauce, the seasoning cubes, the pepper, the crayfish, everything. So no extra seasoning is needed at this stage. If you noticed earlier, you would see that I scooped out some of this paste. Now the reason was because I intended to mix it with the ogba. You can call it obaka. In my place we call it obaka. Now I mixed the paste with the ogba separately and I served it by the side. You can add this directly into your abacha if you want, but for this recipe I'll serve it separately, okay? And now it's time to serve the mouth-watering abacha. Now I dished some of the abacha, added some ogba by the side, placed some fried fish on top. I hope you did not forget the fish. And then I added some cucumbers and onions for freshness. You can use garden egg leaves, or even otazi leaves if you have them. But today I'm using cucumber, and cucumber did the job perfectly, okay? Honestly, this abacha was very delicious. It was very rich, it was very flavorful, and it was extremely satisfying. This is so true. I am not even joking with you right now. If you have never tried this method before, you should really try it. You know the best part of this? That toasted and blended spices mix can be prepared in large quantity and stored in an airtight container. So anytime you want to make abacha, you can just scoop out and mix. Easy peasy, okay? So tell me, are you going to try this method? Let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, people, please like, share and subscribe for more delicious recipes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah!